Have you not heard about that Elon Musk thing? What he's doing? Well, what he's offered?
Oh, the 6 billion something.
Yeah,
like
he's saying that basically he's gone to the UN and said, listen, if I give you £6 billion, well, $6 billion, I want you to prove to me that these $6 billion will stop world poverty.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yep.
So he said, I want you to like give me like write up a dossier, like write up everything. I'm giving you £6 billion here. Prove to me that this £6 billion will stop world poverty. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a big move, you know.
Yeah, that is.
No,
Yeah, but
That's a big move.
yeah, but he knows that he can't.
no, but that's the thing. But he knows that.
No, he knows that he can't. It's like in theory it's amazing, but you know that 6 billion cannot end world poverty.
Basically,
Why
he's just making
couldn't it though?
End world poverty. No, you'll never be able to end world
No.
poverty. There's too much greed and stuff like that.
and there's too much debt.
Yeah,
There's
to
too much
end world
debt.
poverty, you got to remember there's countries that are in trillions of dollars of debt, yeah? And you always say, how are you in trillions of dollars of debt? To whom are you in trillions of dollars of debt? Because it doesn't make sense. Those numbers don't make no sense. But there is so much debt within country to country, like the $6 billion wouldn't be able to stretch. And if it did, even if you gave every man, I don't know, a fishing rod and told a man how to fish, you know that saying that you don't teach a man to eat a fish, you teach a man to fish and all this foolishness. Not foolishness, but 6 billion, 6 billion later, you still wouldn't have enough to say end world poverty.
Yeah.
To end. End is a big word.
No, see. But
Did you say end, Rich? I can't remember if you said end or I don't know.
Well, I can't remember the exact wording, but I think it was end world poverty to resolve it of some sort. But the question I ask is, if the countries are in debt and there's poverty, I ask the question, why isn't the money being written off? Why aren't you writing it off?
Oh, sorry, to end world hunger. Sorry.
Yeah. So
to end world hunger.
Even hunger. Do you know what I mean in that sense? Maybe not poverty, even hunger. 6 billion. And also, don't get me wrong, I think it's a big thing, yeah. But do you know how much my man's worth? I'm not saying that you need to give anybody any money at all. Do you know what I mean? It's your money, yeah? But his net worth is like 292.6 billion. What the hell is 6 billion to him, bro?
No, but what is 6 billion to him? And that's the thing. Will it resolve it? That's 6 billion is still giving it away. 6 billion.
That's a tax write-off.
And it could be do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I think it's amazing. Like if you start, do you know what I mean? I think the thought of it, but yeah, it's a bit. I don't know how you'd be able to do. Also, why go to the UN now, considering they're supposed to be trying to do climate change? They're doing COP26 right now. I feel like you're just trying to distract
obviously,
them.
they can multitask. Man. They're big enough organizations to multitask. But my thing is, yeah, you see all these charities that is going like, what's it called? What's the main one that we do here every year?
Comic Relief and them thing there.
Comic Relief, yeah. Like I'm sure they've raised like
at least $1 billion
billions over the years, billions, yeah. Nothing's changed.
No,
I don't know where that money goes, honestly.
Do you know what the problem is? I feel they're not building the countries as an economic country where they produce something for like we know a lot of our clothing comes from India and stuff like that. I'm just referring to Africa, right? So where the factories in Africa designing clothing for companies abroad, for Europe, or for example, I know Ghana and stuff like that is really head of cocoa, and now they've changed the contract to the Swiss, and now decided for them to trade themselves instead of going through the Swiss instead, which is fantastic. But there's so many charities, they're just building parts of the city, but not building it as a hub for a load of jobs. It's building a city, but leaving it. Build it, you leave it, and you go away. How is it sustaining? There's nothing sustained.
Also, you do that, but you're not doing it with a clean heart necessarily. So at some point, you just add into the debt. You just add into the debt. So we're building up your country, but you still owe us money, or you still owe us resources. Nothing in this world comes for free. So, do you know what I mean? You can do it, but ultimately, with one hand, they'll give you this. With the other hand, they're taking something away from you. it's like, and I'm not trying to like not saying the corrupt things, but you know, like them countries that go, for example, they bomb up a country, then they say it's all right, we'll come and fix your country. Then they bring in all their infrastructure, they fix the country, but then you still owe them money. So you owe them money, they blew up your country, then they fix your country for you. So now you just owe them even more money. You don't have no money. All right, cool. We'll take your natural resources.
But look, let's just be honest. If they really wanted to end it, they could end it. It's simple as that. If they really wanted to, they could end it. And they could. The government could say, "Okay, we end it. All the debt you owe us it's zeroed." If they really wanted to,
Of course they could. Exactly.
but they don't.
I don't know if they could.
Why not? Why not?
How do you write it off?
What do you mean? It's the same way you can write off a billion, but you can write off £1 million. You can write off £10,000 and take a hit. Well, so why not build a country up?
If you can write off slavery like that, you know what I mean, just like that, bang, write it off. And
no, but he didn't write it off though.
No, what I mean is, like, let's say, and put in bonds, so people will still getting paid from slavery up until 2015. Do you know what I mean? Why can't they, like, there's certain things that they have the power to do. I don't understand why you think they can't do it. They have the power to just write it off.
They can do it if they want to.
They can do it easily.
They
World
choose
hunger.
not to.
No, come on.
No,
not world hunger, but write off the existing debt that's currently there, so the country can invest their own money into the country, build things.
No, but if the thing is, if I write off your debt, yeah. So
Right.
Rich, you come to me, I write off your debt. I say, Rich, I feel good. You can go and do your thing. But then Kel says to me, well, Nate, I don't care that Rich is not giving you money. I still want my money off you. I ain't got the money to give Rich, Kel, if you ain't giving me my money.
No.
And then when Merv says, Kel, I want my money, he's like, well, no, I let Nate off and I let Rich know. The money has to go around.
That's why everyone has to agree to it. Everyone has to agree to it.
You see what they're doing in Scotland? That's the same. It's the same thing. You agree to it, and it's done. You come together as one. That's what they've done in Scotland. Everyone's there. Every big leader is there, and everyone's been forced to agree certain things by a certain date. Listen, it's not hard, you know. If they really wanted to do it, they would do it. But obviously, it's tech. It's complicated because there's a lot of stuff. Like you said, if you get rid of one debt, what about this person owing this person money? But again, it's a decision which all parts of the world have to decide. Let's start again. Nobody wants to start again. There's a structure of who's the dominant, who's the poorest. Yeah, simple.
Watch, it's Rich. If I gave you $1 billion and then you said to me, I ain't got the money to give you back, and then let's just write it off, you're having a laugh, bro.
But you wouldn't give me $1 billion.
No, I'm saying that's as a country, that's what you've done. Like,
because no, as a country, but you're put in that position because you've got no alternative.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say. I'm talking in regards to the African countries being colonized and whatever. Do you know what I mean? They were put in that situation to be in debt. You know what I mean? Like, they gave us things that we didn't need just so we're in debt. Like, it was all part of the grand scheme of things of making us poor, making the rich richer and the poor poorer. Do you know what I mean? So even what they done to Haiti, all those things, it's on purpose so they're in debt. Like, that's what it was all for.
Correct. So
that's what we're talking about.
So we end the slavery in a physical format and transfer it into a financial format where you're still working for us and you still owe us money. But it's not as a slavery concept as we kind of what we've known to grow up in.
Exactly.
So we're saying the Europeans should just write off all the debt.
100%.
Yeah, I honestly think that.
Never gonna happen.
Of course not. Of course not. This is why, like, hierarchy. That's how it is. And that's
now
how
the Chinese, on the other hand, they're doing it in a different way. They're doing it a lot more sly. Do you know what I mean?
They're buying everything. They're going to
but you don't. The way they're doing it is very, very sly. Do you know what I mean? So
I don't know if it's sly. I think it's. I don't think it's sly. I think it's quite blatant what they're doing. But I just think because they look different, like in the sense of from the colonizers, like what everyone normally would look like. I think it's underhanded that people are saying, "Oh, actually, no, they're different because they're helping us build the country."
No, the Chinese are very clear and everything and how they act upon what they see. They're very clear. They've always been very
No,
clear.
no, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying those nations that are allowing them to come in, they're not seeing it like that. They're trying to be, they're very upfront with what's happening. But we're saying that actually, no, they're saying they're going to come and rebuild the roads. They're going to say this, they're going to give us water, but they don't know that actually now you're just going to be in debt to them. And the workforce is going to be our own workforce.
It's not been in debt. Like, it belongs to them now.
Yeah, it's
like
theirs.
That land is theirs. It's theirs. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So the physical cash, you don't have to owe them. You don't have to owe it for them, but they own that. They own your land now. Do you know what I mean?
And another example, if you go to Canary Wharf, and if you look at the infrastructure, what they're currently building now, it's majority owned by Chinese. Massive Chinese firms have come in, bought everything, building property. They're doing it. They're doing it literally everywhere. It's on the next scale.
And the intel that the Chinese are getting in regards to like building up the systems and all that. But what we don't understand is they're building all these high-tech systems for the government stuff. But within those systems, they got some intel that goes directly to the Chinese government. So they always then know what's going on with the government. Do you know what I mean? But these
allegedly.
But the fine writing, the small print that you don't read, trust me, the intel's getting released. But anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. You sound hella like Marlon, but I was like, whoa, is he back? Is he back?
Marley Mar! Talk to me.
For episode 115, everybody's back.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, there is lots of stuff going on.